Tae-suk is practicing golf in the air. His fellow inmates were indifferent to his behavior, a contemptuous smile. But he insisted, "Bend over and gently swing the ball against the air." The cellmate picked up his ball as a joke. Then he smiled at Tae-suk. Tae-suk is angry. He jumps into his cellmate. The prison guard came at the sound, and arranged Tae-suk to a single cell. Even so, he was restless. He's in a single cell. Practiced invisibility. When the prison guard first came to the ward round, found Tae-suk missing. When the prison guard opened the door, he found Tae-suk standing against the wall. The angry prison guard slapped him. He was not discouraged. Look at the structure of the room. Try to climb up slowly. When the guard came the second time, look at the empty trumpet. Tae-suk is gone again. He came in and looked at the wall inside the room. There was no one in the room. He can't really disappear. But when the guard looked back, looking at Tae-suk lying over the door, beat the hell out of him. When the guard leaves, Tae-suk spreads his arms. Look at his straight hands. People can only see the range of the flat angle in front of them. He kept turning in circles. Practice how to avoid the sight of the prison guard. The guard again saw no one from the door windows. He opened the door. There is no one on the inside of the wall. There's nothing above the door. In this small room, can Tae-suk really disappeared? He hid behind the prison guard, stuck in the field of vision. The guard quickly turned back. Tae-suk easily avoided it. But when the prison guard looked down and saw two shadows on the ground, the police turned around again. Tae-suk smiled contemptuously. As a result, there was no escape from a violent beating. Tae-suk drew a dip eye in his hand. Follow his drawn eye. Tae-suk kept practicing, kept walking around. When the guard came again, there were no signs of the prisoner at the door. The room is empty. There is no shadow on the ground. The prison guard rushed into the cell. He was punched immediately. Throw out of the cell. The guard was so afraid, he closed the door quickly. This Tae-suk boy was really invisible. Tae-suk often pastes small advertisements on people's doorknobs. If you see the advertisement not taken off in a few days, that means there's no one in the house. Tae-suk opened the door skillfully, watches someone else in the house first, then find the right clothes. Open the refrigerator, find some food he likes. The gun toy is broken, he will also help repair it. Pick up clothes on the ground, he'll clean it too. When the family comes back, he will leave on his motorcycle again. One day he came to a villa. It's been a long time since I found out that the advertisement of this house has not been moved. So he went in, opened the door and looked around. But he found out, a woman, Sun Hwa, squatted in the corner. Look at her, she should had suffered domestic violence. Then Tae-suk began to clean up the room, help the family clean. Then Tae-suk began to clean up the room, help the family clean their clothes, play golf in the backyard. Then he read a magazine in the bath. Look at his activities. It's like he's at home. Wait until he goes to bed at night. Sun Hwa suddenly opened the door. Tae-suk was stunned. They looked at each other for a few seconds. Suddenly the phone rang. Tae-suk takes advantage of the time. Get dressed, take his belongings and gets ready to leave. Suddenly Sun Hwa screams out loud. He was surprised, looking at women's sad and desperate eyes. He left anyway, thought about it on the road for a while. He came back on his motorcycle, and the beggar woman is sitting in the bathtub crying. Play music. Sun Hwa heard the sound. Come out and see the clothes on the floor. He ironed it. Suddenly the husband came back. He yelled at the Sun Hwa, and was seen by Tae-suk. Look at the way Sun Hwa was treated. Tae-suk vented all his anger on the gold ground. The sound of playing attracted the attention of the husband. The husband wants to call the police. Tae-suk knocked him out using gold balls. Tae-suk looked up at the woman. Pick up the ball and it's about to go away. Sun Hwa is standing there, stunned, look at the men on the ground, hesitate again and again, decided to go with Tae-suk. Two of them came to a family house. They found an old man lying on the ground who had died for many days. There was only one dog with him. Tae-suk quickly contacted his family, but he can't get in touch. So they scrubbed the old man and buried him, then clean up the room. They cook and eat together. Nothing happened. That day the old man's son came back. Tae-suk opened the door. There are two strangers at home. His father is missing. They called the police on the spot and sent them to the police station. No matter what the police asks, they didn't say a word. The next day the old man's body was found. The burial was very thorough. After forensic identification, it was found that the old man died naturally. Through the missing person survey, Sun Hwa was taken away by her husband. The husband bought the police. He retaliated Tae-suk by hitting him with golf balls. The director also wants to teach Tae-suk a lesson, but fell to the ground by a Tae-suk attacks. Tae-suk, who attacked the police, was put into prison. In prison, he succeeded in practicing shadow body technique. After being released, he didn't leave Sun Hwa, but living with her. A woman is taking care of her husband's life and life, also taking care of Tae-suk. The three live together forever. This movie shot in 13 days, but people can even watch it 13 times. Same movie, some people see love, some people understand loneliness, others see desire.